Welcome to Mr. Voice Talks. Today we're going to see the story called The Last Passenger. It was past midnight. The subway train was almost empty, and the city was quiet. Sarah sat alone, staring at her phone. She had a long day and just wanted to reach home. The train rattled through dark tunnels, and she thought she was alone until she heard footsteps behind her. She turned her head slightly, but saw nothing unusual. Just shadows. Sarah looked up. A man in a black coat had entered the train. He sat far away, but his eyes didn't leave her. He didn't move, didn't blink. He just sat there, watching her. Sarah felt her heart beat faster. Something wasn't right. She remembered her friend's warning, "Trust your gut." But she didn't want to seem paranoid. Trying to calm herself, Sarah looked back at her phone. Suddenly, a message popped up from an unknown number. "Do not look up. Do not leave the train." Sarah froze. Who sent this? Her mind raced with thoughts. Was it a prank? Or something worse? She slowly looked up and saw the man sitting closer than before. She hadn't even heard him move. Panic set in. Sarah couldn't take it anymore. She jumped up and ran to the next carriage. Her heart was racing and her hands shook as she opened the door. Behind her, she heard heavy footsteps. The man was following her. The train lights flickered, making everything look scarier. She could feel her breath quickening as the shadows danced around her. She reached the last carriage, but the doors were locked. She pushed and pulled, but they wouldn't open. Desperation washed over her. She turned around and saw the man standing in the doorway. His voice was low and calm. "You shouldn't have run." Just then, the train stopped suddenly, and everything went dark. The silence was deafening. When the lights came back on, the man was gone. On the floor was a phone. The screen showed a message. "You are safe, for now." Sarah picked it up, trembling. The train doors opened to an empty old station. Graffiti adorned the walls, and the air felt heavy with silence. She stepped out cautiously, but something about the eerie quiet told her the danger wasn't over. As Sarah walked down the platform, she heard whispers that seemed to echo off the walls. Each step she took felt heavier, as if the ground was trying to pull her back. Suddenly, a chill ran down her spine. She wasn't alone. Shadows twisted and turned at the edges of her vision, making her heart race. Out of nowhere, a soft voice called out to her, "Help me!" It was a girl crouched in the corner. "I've been trapped here." Sarah hesitated, torn between helping and running, but something in the girl's eyes made her approach slowly. "What happened?" she asked, kneeling down. "You have to listen. The man in the coat, he's not real. He feeds on fear," the girl exclaimed, shaking. Sarah felt a shiver run through her as the words sank in. "What do you mean? How can I escape?" The girl pointed to a rusty door at the far end of the platform. "That's the way out, but you have to be brave." Taking a deep breath, Sarah took the girl's hand. Together, they ran toward the door. The whispers grew louder, and dark figures began to swirl around them. Just as they reached the door, the man's voice boomed, "You cannot escape." But Sarah remembered the girl's words. "We are not afraid," she shouted, throwing open the door. As they stepped through the door, a brilliant light enveloped them. Suddenly, Sarah found herself back in the train, but it was now moving normally through the city. The girl was gone, and the man in the black coat was nowhere to be seen. Had it all been a dream? Or had she truly escaped? Sarah knew one thing for sure: she would never ride the late-night train again. But as she looked at her phone, a new message popped up. "Until next time." Her heart dropped as she realized that some fears never truly leave. They linger, waiting for the perfect moment to return. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, like and share to your friends, and subscribe our channel for more videos like this.